Welcome back, day 2, to answer your Ryder Cup questions. 3 questions today as we play the hole. Today we are at the stadium course at Camaral Golf Resort, which is where the 2031, which you know, the Ryder Cup venue, will take place over here in Costa Brava. So we've done all like the nitty gritty of where it happens, how often it happens, how it started. This half of the video will be about players, the formats and the points, and then how do you get to watch it? If you are not there watching it live, which I'm assuming you're not because you're watching me on YouTube, you want to know how do you watch it live, and all the platforms that they're streaming it on. So let's get started. With the first thing is how many players play in the Ryder Cup? So Team Europe versus Team USA, 12 players each. That's what it is. You have a team captain, and then you also have like vice captains as well. So the team captain gets to choose who the vice captains are going to be.
In this video, I mentioned that the top 5 players automatically qualified, but I stand corrected. It's actually top 6 players automatically qualified based on their points. And then the other 6 are captain's picks.
And then in Europe, it's a little bit different. The top 5 get qualified automatically based on their DP World Tour ranking and their world ranking. And you're wondering, what does all that mean? If you've won a bunch of tournaments, you've played on the European Tour, and your world ranking is high, you automatically get qualified into the Ryder Cup. 5 of them, automatic. The rest of them, the captain gets to pick. And of course, there's a lot that goes into it. It's stressful for the captains. So if you haven't actually seen Netflix show Full Swing, you will get to see in season 2 both the captains picking and calling the players and letting them know if they've made it or unfortunately not made it onto the Ryder Cup team. It is pride because it's like national pride, right? For a lot of the players out there. And it's team. So does want to be on a team. So that is how Europe works. How does it work in the States? You essentially have to, well, let's put a little asterisk before I start talking. It was quite controversial 2 years ago, so 2023, because the Live Tour had started. And then there was a lot of chatter because the Europeans did not let players in that were not part of the DP World Tour, like Sergio Garcia and a lot of the other European players, which I won't go down the list, but really well-known Ryder Cup players. And then the US kind of was on that same bandwagon. But all of a sudden we saw Brooks Koepka, who is on the Live Tour, in 2023. So it was a little bit controversial. Europeans weren't letting their Live guys in, but the US did. This year, they have all kind of calmed down. There's rules, there's regulations. Europeans are quite strict on theirs. And the US, we don't have Brooks this year, but we have Bryson DeChambeau. So that is also very interesting. The US also has a point system that they have in place. And the US has 6 players that are automatically qualified, and then 6 that are captain's picks. So that is 12 players both sides. I'll hit this shot on the 11th green at the stadium course. It's absolutely beautiful, par 3. And then we'll tell you who they are, who were the ones that were chosen for some of the ones that you guys know out there for 2025. But let me hit the shot for you. We're in the middle of the green, nice and safe. So, some of the players, some of the European players that automatically qualified were or are Rory. So all you Rory fans out there, he has automatically qualified. We have Tommy Fleetwood. Listen, Tommy, he won. So we are very happy with Tommy. Justin Rose. What a Masters performance he put on for all of us out there. We have Terrell. If you don't know, he is on the Live Tour, but he just won a tournament to automatically qualify himself in there. And Robert McIntyre. So those 5 players on the European side automatically qualified themselves. And then we have the likes of John Rahm, Shane Lowry, Victor. So I'll have the list on the bottom so you guys can take a look. Now, there's 6 players that qualified for the US, and I will tell you who they are after I hit my birdie putt. Woo! A par never hurt anyone. But we'll talk about format and play a little later. Let me tell you some American names. I gave you one earlier, Bryson DeChambeau. So, live player, he's made the cut, he's made the qualifier. #1 golfer in the world. Also got arrested, also won the Masters and had a baby. Scotty Scheffler's a part of it. Xander, Russell Henley, and Harris English, and JJ. So those are all the 6. And then we have JT, Colin, Cameron Young, Patrick. So again, the list will be on the bottom. So those are the players competing. It's going to be very exciting. You know what? Let's make this par for you. But you know what? Before I make it, actually at the Ryder Cup, for a lot of the players, this would be considered a gimme. In golf, you don't have gimmies, you have to put everything in, but the Ryder Cup is different. This is where it makes it so fun, and I'll explain how the different formats work at the next hole, but this would be a gimme. But for you guys out there, I will tap it in for par. On number 11, it's beautiful. Don't be long, you'll be in the water. Don't be short, you'll be in the bunker. I'll see you on the next hole, and I'll teach you and explain the format and the point system that the Ryder Cup uses, which complicates a lot of beginner golfers. Honestly, golfers themselves as well. We always get confused on what the format is. I'll have my brother, who is a tennis player, now learning golf as part of it. I will be Team USA. He will be Team Europe. You'll see his shirt that he puts on. I mean, there's going to be tons of banter, so hit me up with the banter in the comments. That's all part of Ryder Cup, but we'll keep it kosher because it's YouTube. Before we do Europe versus USA on the next hole, let me quickly hit you with a few more fun facts. Tournament days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's when the points actually count. That's the actual tournament day. So Monday to Thursday, I'm sure there'll be lots of players practicing, press, fans out there. And Thursday is like the opening ceremony. Friday's when it all goes down. Usually by Sunday, sometimes if there's a blowout, by Saturday, you can know who the winner is. So that is the tournament schedule day that you need to be aware of. The other thing that I want to let you know is 28 points. That's how it works. 28 points are out there to be won. If it is tied, 14 USA, 14 Europe, the trophy gets held by the team that won the previous 2 years. So the 2023 in Rome, which was Europe. So God forbid, nobody wants a tie. But if there was a tie, technically Europe would hold the trophy and they would have quote unquote won. But 14.5 points claims trophy victory. And yes, there are half points. I will explain that on the next hole. But we're on the 12th hole over here at Stadium. So I will hit a shot. And then my brother, who's going to be on my team, you can have us as Team USA or Team Europe, whoever you're cheering for. For this specific one, we're going to hit alternate shot. I'll show you what that looks like, and then I'll explain it to you in the next hole, what the 2 different formats are and how they work. But let me show you what alternate shot looks like. So we're 78 yards out. My brother is my partner. And we just need to get it on the green. I need to give him in a good position so he can putt it in. Ooh, your girl is a bit long. I apologize. Let's see what he can do. Okay, actually, I was pin high, so that's really nice news. So since I hit the last shot, my partner, my brother, aka the camera guy, he is going to hit the next putt. This is actually a format, alternate shot at Ryder Cup. It's called foursome. And so what happens is if I start on tee box number 1, I take all the odd tee boxes. If it's a par 5, it's par 3, it does not matter. I get 1, 3, 5, 7, you get the drift. And then my brother, my partner, would get 2, 4, 6, 8. Understood? So because I hit that last shot, it's now time for him, hopefully, to putt it in. And if not, then I would tap it in. So it's his turn. All right, so I have the ball marker down. Okay. It's not horrible. Okay, so now it's my turn. So you would grab the ball marker, place it behind the ball. You can pick the ball up, and then it's my turn. Okay, so we need to get this in, and we will. Let's go. Give me a pound. Boop. See you in the next hole. So Friday and Saturday we have match play, which is the team play. Sunday, which is individual stroke play. So your own ball, it counts 1v1. Match play, Friday, Saturday, the confusion day. So you have morning session, afternoon session. Foursome. Foursome is what you just watched us play, my brother and I, alternate shot. So if I'm on the first tee box, I get, remember, 1, 3, 5, 7 tee boxes. He gets the even numbers. We hit alternate shot, foursomes. So let's say Friday morning, they're playing foursomes, okay? And we're playing against Rory and Justin Rose. That's who we're playing against. How does the point system work? Well, if we're playing alternate shot and we just got a par on the last hole, and let's say that our total is like 1 over par, for example, for the whole 18 holes, and they are 3 over, for example. Well, my brother and I, team quote unquote USA, would get that 1 point because we beat them for the total, so the 18 holes. So each hole, you are essentially playing with your partner, alternate shot, and if we won that hole, let's say that we got that hole, so we got hole number 1, we got a point. Justin and Rory won hole number 2, they got a point. Hole number 3, we got a point. So we keep going until all the way at the very end. The last 3 holes we do really well, so we beat them in the total. Okay, so that means that we got for the foursome 1 point for Team USA, and they got 0 for us. So there'll be 4 of them out there doing that. Then the second half in the afternoon, we have which is called Fourball. Myself and my ghost imaginary partner are Team USA. My brother and his ghost imaginary partner are Team Europe. So in the Fourball, in the afternoon session now, what happens is I play my whole ball through, which you're gonna see me play. My imaginary ghost friend, let's say Colin Morikawa, he is my partner and he also plays. And you know what? It's a par 4 and I birdie. I get a 3 and Colin unfortunately gets a 4. So we would use my score. We would use the 3 for that hole to count for our score as a unit, but you're playing your own ball. So then I have my brother and his playing partner, Shayain Lowry, and my brother gets a 4 and Shayain gets a 7. So they would use my brother's score, the 4, as a unit. So you play all 18 holes. You use, between the 2 people, use the best score on each hole. And again, whoever at the very end of 18 holes has the best score, they are technically the winners of the Fourball. And therefore, their team will get a point. So in this instance, Colin and I lost, unfortunate. My brother and Shayain Lowry won, so then Team Europe would get a point. I hope that makes sense. If you're very confused, you need to get into the comments. So that's Friday. The exact same concept happens on Saturday. I don't actually know right now if they've actually determined if it's Fourball first and foursome after, or vice versa, or what they've determined for this specific one, the specific Ryder Cup in New York. But I'm sure their website will tell us, and even closer to time, maybe they will tell us what it is. So this is called match play. Your team, not stroke play, which is what you watch, which is what most of you watch every time on the PGA LPGA Tour. They play their own ball. That's stroke play. So on Sunday, it's stroke play, it's game time, it's focus mode. Usually you have 3 or 4 players playing on a tee box. When you're going out and playing with your friends, there's 4 of you. It's called a foursome. But for stroke play on Sunday, 1 Team USA person and 1 Team Europe person. And it gets rowdy, and it really is tons and tons of fun to see if it's really, like, especially when it's close. You love it when it's close. Who's gonna bring them the points and who's gonna, you know, make the clutch putts. It's tons of fun. But for right now, for demonstration purposes, we are gonna show you Team USA, me and Colin Morikawa, my imaginary friend, and my brother will be Team Europe and his imaginary teammate, Shane Lowry. We will all play our balls out, and the lowest score will win this hole. So, why don't I just start it off instead of talking so much? And forgot to tell you, you can actually get half points. And the half points are if we tie after 18 holes, if both the teams get the exact same score, you tie and you get half a point. That's how the half points work. Quiz question, what do you need in order for the team to win? How many points to automatically declare a winner? Oh, I crushed that guy. The answer is 14.5 is an automatic declaration of if it's Team Europe or Team USA. 14.5, that is a sweet spot you are looking for. But everybody wants to obviously crush the other side. You want to blow out, don't you? To kind of like brag and bragging rights. But as a fan, you want it close. Team Europe, show them what you're wearing.
I mean, it only makes sense, right?
I know, but all the Man U and Tottenham fans
People
are not going to be happy. But guess what? It's Team Europe. It's my club. Let's go.
They're gonna be pissed.
Woo! That sounded solid.
It was dead down the middle.
We love to see it.
It's really good. Stiff competition up here.
Absolutely. Sibling rivalry. Honestly, really good for you. You hit a 198. That's so good. So this is Team Europe. Please show them Team USA up here.
I mean, it's not much further.
Hello, it's 2:15. She got guns blazing. She's ready. Quick little chip shot for her. Okay, let's see Team Europe. 112 to the pin. Okay, so that's right in front of the water. Let's see what Shane Lowry can do.
Let's see what Shane's got.
Okay, so we are, if you don't know, hole 13 stadium course. And because this is the 2031 Ryder Cup venue, we don't know exactly which course they will use. And they might do a mixture of the courses, like front 9 on the tour, back 9 on the stadium, we don't know. So, which is why we're showing you both the courses and a few of their signature holes. All right, I got a P wedge. Got an island green. Let's go. Money time. Ooh, it's at the pin. Stay up. Stay. Oh, just stay. Oh, it stayed. Whew. Guys, that was close. I was attacking the pin. My partner probably wouldn't be too happy, but also would be happy because it's birdie time. All right, Team Europe. That's it. Look at him. Look at his hands. I'm choking him. Where are you, on the green?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take a look. Let's see. Let's see what he's saying. Okay, this is his 4th putt. We will fix his divot in a second. Sorry, 4th shot. Here we go. It's a long one. Oh, God, that's in the water. Well, Team Europe, you might have seen better days. I feel like I just need to make a 2-putt, and I will make it. Let's go see where mine is. All right, on in 2. Birdie putt for Team USA. Not sure what Colin's up to, but your girl here she's on. Also, we're hoping Shane Lowry helps my brother out for Team Europe. So remember, this is the one where it's not alternate shot, but you take the best score from your partner. So between me and Colin, we would take the best score on this hole, which will be me. Oh, shoot. Can't make a birdie today, but we will take a par, like we said. Like I've mentioned, a par never hurt anyone. We're just gonna pretend like Colin got a 6 on this hole. So we will take my 4, we will put that on the scorecard, and let's just hope Shane Lowry, let's say he also got a 4. So on their scorecard, he would put a 4. That would be their best score. So then we're tied going into the next hole, right? So then you have to play all 18 holes and see who has the lowest score out of the teammates. I really hope that helps visually show you how it works. If it doesn't, as always, hit me up in the comments. The 6th and final question that probably all of you are wondering is, how do I watch the Ryder Cup? I'm assuming you are not there live watching it because you're watching me on YouTube. My number one request to you is, first of all, hopefully you've already subscribed by now. If you haven't, please make sure to do that and click the like button. We know the rules of YouTube. But my actual request to you is I would love to know where you are tuning in from. So in the comments, let me know where you're tuning in from and who are you cheering for, which team, and or who do you think is going to win. So you could be cheering for a certain team, but you think another team is going to win. For example, I am from Canada. So I claim myself to be neutral because I went to undergrad and grad school also in the US and I worked in America. And then I also worked in the UK. So I am partial to both sides. I worked at Arsenal, which is why my brother's wearing the Arsenal shirt. For all you haters out there, don't come in the comments about that. But I would love to know where you're tuning in from, where are you watching this video. I love to know where people are actually watching my videos. I had someone from the Philippines that like DM'd me on Instagram the other day. So where can you watch the Ryder Cup? First, watch me hit the drive, and then I'll tell you all the goods. Let's go, let's get this one. Hole 14, stadium course. Ooh, that's a bit Larry. She released that left. But the one thing I can tell you is it's actually all quite open. Even though the fairways are narrow, there's tons of hills in the stadium course. If you take a look, like look right there, even though there's a bunch of trees, you can hit out of them. So it's like you're in the rough or you're in the trees, but it's open enough to where you can like rescue yourself out of it. So let me just tell you, where can you watch? If you're tuning in from the States, NBC, Golf Channel, and streaming, Peacock. Canada, we have Golf Channel, so you can watch it on Golf Channel. If you're tuning in from the UK, you can watch it on Sky Sports Golf, and the main Sky Sports will have tons of highlights. And then if you're from anywhere else in Europe, France, Spain, the rest of continental Europe, I will put it in the description below because all of you have different stations and channels where you can tune in from. Some of them, unfortunately, might have to be paid. Really, really good news is the Ryder Cup app, which everybody can download, and you can watch live scoring. They'll have highlights on there as well, so you can be cheering on from wherever you are in the world if they're not streaming it wherever you live. I really hope that you tune in. And if you have any questions, as always, hit me up in the comments. Let me know where you're tuning in from to watch this video. And thank you so much for watching. Like, I've had the absolute pleasure of coming out here for 3 days and playing the beautiful golf courses. Thank you so much, Camarel, for having myself and my brother here and for hosting us. It's been magical. If you don't know, I host golf retreats. So this very well could be one of the stops on my golf retreat tour. Greece is always our one that we are doing at the moment, but we are trying to add Spain and Italy to the retreat tour. So come hang out with me. It's fun. You get to learn a little bit of golf. You get to tweak your swing because I check your swing out. We do a driving range session, then we play 2 rounds of golf. We do sightseeing, boats, and a little bit of history because why wouldn't we? Let's not forget shopping. If you want all of that information, description below. We'll have all my golf retreat information as well. And then if you haven't been on my YouTube channel, feel free, scroll, see if there's any tips fixing your slice, you want to hit your driver further. If you want to play different golf courses under $50, I've done a whole series on that as well. So make sure to go right over here to see that. And if you want a top secret, I even captured Tiger Woods putting, and I have his top 3 putting tips and tricks that he does that will probably help you drop a few of your strokes. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.